Hello dosto, how are you? Very warm welcome to all of you for the Manoj chemistry classes. So here before starting the class, as usual, I would like to request all of you. So don't forget to subscribe my channel. Don't forget to share to your friend and give a big thumbs up. It gives a huge inspiration to do more videos like this. So let's start today class. Today we would like to discuss about position isomerism. So in the previous class we learned about the chain isomerism. Now we are going to discuss about position isomerism. So let us define the position isomerism. What is meant by position isomerism? Here position isomerism can be defined as the compounds which are having same molecular formula, the compounds which are having a same molecular formula but differ in the position, and the functional group should be same. Different the position of the functional group or the substituent differ in the position of the functional group or substituent. Such type of isomers are known as position isomers, and that phenomenon is known as position isomerism. So let us discuss with an example C4H8. Here C4H8 is nothing but 1 butene. Here the position of double bond is first position. Position of double bond is first position. So if I shift the position of double bond to second position, hence it gives 2 butene. 2 butene. Here these two are position isomers as the position of double bond was changed. So that's why these two are position isomers. So coming to one more example, C3H6. C3H6. Here C3H6 is 1 butane. Here the position of the triple bond is first position here, whereas here the position is a second position, and these two are position isomers. Here the position of the functional group or double bond or substituent is changed, hence those are known as position isomers. But the functional group should be same, the position only changed. Here one more example, chloropropane. One chloropropane, here this one is the position is 1 chloropropane, here 2 chloropropane, here the position is 2 chloropropane. So this one is second position, hence these two are position isomers. So coming to next example, this one, dichloroethane. Here 1 dichloroethane, here 1 2 dichloroethane. So the position of the chlorine here 1 and 1 in the same position, here different position in different carbon atoms. Here the chlorines which are present in the same, it is called as, if the methyls are present in the same, I will already discuss this point in the earlier for the nomenclature, that is called as geminal. If those are in adjacent, that is called as a vicinal. This point already discussed. Here coming to the next one, C3H8, 1 propanol, old alcohol. Here alcohol is in the first position here, so that's why it is a 1 propanol, whereas here the functional group of alcohol is second position, hence it is a 2 propanol. Clear? Here next, here xylene, I have taken xylene, this one is xylene. These are the isomers of xylene. This one is ortho position. 1 2 positions are called as ortho position, and this one is orthoxylene. Whereas 1 3 positions are called as meta positions, and this one is metaxylene. Whereas 1 4 positions are called as para, and this is paraxylene. You should remember. Whereas in case of benzene, so for example here the substituent is there, so this one, these two are ortho positions to this substituent with respect to this substituent, whereas these two are meta positions with respect to this substituent, whereas this one is para position with respect to this substituent. This is considered as a substituent. Clear? So coming to next, some other examples, some interesting examples we will discuss here. I would like to give butanoic acid. Yeah, this one is a butanoic acid. I would like to mention a carbon here. Hence, this one is 2-methyl butanoic acid. 2-methyl butanoic acid. So to this I would like to mention a position isomer. So here I would like to mention it as 3-methyl butanoic acid. 1, 2, 3 butanoic acid. Here I would like to mention a methyl. Hence this one is 3-methyl butanoic acid. 3-methyl butanoic acid. Here the position of the substituent, that is nothing but methyl position. Here the methyl position was changed from here to here. Hence these two are which isomers? Position isomers. Similarly, I would like to mention one more example of propanoic acid. This one is a propanoic acid. Yeah. So here I would like to mention a chlorine, and the name of this one is 2-chloro-propanoic acid. 2-chloropropanoic acid. So one more example I would like to take propanoic acid. Again I would like to mention the chlorine here, and this one is 3-chloropropanoic acid. Propanoic acid. So these are the some position isomers. So one more example I would like to mention, yeah, dimethyl cyclopropane. This one is cyclopropane. So to this cyclopropane I would like to take dimethyl 1,1 dimethyl cyclopropane, 1,1 dimethyl cyclopropane. Whereas one more example for this position isomer I would like to write it as 1,2 dimethyl cyclopropane, 1,2 dimethyl cyclopropane. These two are position isomers of this 1,1 dimethyl cyclopropane. So if you take cyclopropene, I would like to take a cyclopropene with 1 dimethyl cyclopropene. Yeah, for this how can I write this one? So this one is 1, 2, 3. So here 3 dimethyl 3, 3 dimethyl cyclopropene 1 in 3, 3 dimethyl cycloprop 1 in. So here the position of the methyl groups should be changed to like this. Here the double bond. So hence this one will become 1, 2. Here then the name of this one is 1, 1 dimethyl 1, 1 dimethyl cycloprop 1 in. Here the 1 should be here only. Here only we have to mention the 1. We should not mention the 1 here. Why? Because here more substituent, here less substituent. That's why. Coming to the next one, yeah, the cyclic isomers of C6H12. Write the mention all the possible cyclic isomers of C6H12. Here C6H12 as per the based on the what we call molecular formula given. So it should be an alkene or cycloalkane. As they are asking for us cyclic isomers, I would like to take a cycloalkane. Hence the cycloalkane with C6H12 structure is cyclohexane. So this is a cyclohexane. So they are asking for this cyclohexane, all the possible cyclic isomers. So here I would like to mention the cyclic isomer for this cyclohexane is methyl cyclopentane, 1 methyl cyclopentane. One more I would like to write ethyl cyclobutane. This one is ethyl cyclobutane. Ethyl cyclobutane. One more I would like to write 1 ethyl, this one. 1 comma 1 dimethyl cyclobutane, 1 comma 1 dimethyl cyclobutane, 1 comma 1 dimethyl cyclobutane. So I would like to change the position of the methyl groups here. Hence I would like to write 1 2 dimethyl cyclobutane, 1 comma 2 dimethyl cyclobutane. Hence I would like to change the position of methyls again. Instead of 1 2 I would like to take 1 3 dimethyl cyclobutane, 1 3 dimethyl cyclobutane, 1 3 dimethyl cyclobutane. So coming to the next one, I would like to write a cyclopropane with propyl as a substituent. Here, this one, propyl cyclopropane, 1 propyl cyclopropane. I'd like to mention one more, isopropyl cyclopropane, isopropyl cyclopropane. One more, ethyl methyl cyclopropane, ethyl 1 ethyl 1 methyl cyclopropane, 1 ethyl 1 methyl cyclopropane. Here 1 ethyl 2 methyl cyclopropane. I would like to mention 1 ethyl 2 methyl cyclopropane, 1 ethyl 2 methyl cyclopropane. Coming to the next one, 1 1 dimethyl 2 1 1 2 trimethyl, 1 1 2 trimethyl cyclopropane, trimethyl cyclopropane. Coming to the next one, 1 2 3 trimethyl cyclopropane, 1 2 3 trimethyl cyclopropane. So all these are the possible cyclic isomers of the what we call C6H12. So there are how many are there? Let us count 1 2 3 4 5 6. Coming to the next one, 7 8 9 10 11 12. So there are 12 possible cyclic isomers. There are 12 possible cyclic isomers for C6H12. C6H12. Clear? So coming to the next one, yeah, some notes are there. So before starting the notes, I would like to mention one more, ethyl benzene. Ethyl benzene. I would like to take ethyl benzene. Yeah, this one is ethyl benzene. Not ethyl benzene, ethyl cyclohexane. Ethyl cyclohexane. So to this ethyl cyclohexane, I would like to write some chain isomers as like this. 1 1 dimethyl cyclohexane, 1 1 dimethyl cyclohexane. Next I would like to write position isomers for this one is ardol 1 2 1 3 and 1 4. So these are the isomers. Among these two, let me give the number 1 2 3 4 5. Among these 5, one is cyclic chain isomer for all. One is chain isomer for all. One is chain isomer for all. Whereas 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 5, all these are position isomers. All these are position isomers. All these are position isomers. Hope you understand. So this 1 is cyclic isomer for all, whereas 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, all these are position isomer for position isomers. Clear? So coming to our notes. Yeah, notes. Aldehydes, carboxylic acids. Aldehydes means CHO, carboxylic acid means COOH, and these derivatives and cyanides, these are not exhibit, and cyanides also, these are not exhibit position isomers. These are not exhibit position isomers, as these are chain terminating groups. As these are chain terminating groups. As these are chain terminating groups. Clear? Coming to next one. Yeah. Monosubstituted alicyclic compounds. That means like this. Alicyclic compounds. Monosubstituted alicyclic compounds and aromatic compounds. These are do not exhibit position isomers. These are do not exhibit position isomers. Aromatic also. These are do not exhibit position isomers. Aromatic. These are do not exhibit position isomers. You should keep in our mind. The aldehydes, carboxylic acid, cyanides. These are chain terminating. These are do not exhibit position isomers. Monosubstituted alicyclic compounds and aromatic. These also do not exhibit position isomers. There is a minimum number of compounds, minimum number of carbons which are required. The minimum number of carbons which are required are, for example, if you are taken an alkene, it should be 6. Whereas for alkyne, it should be 4. These are the minimum number of carbon atoms. Minimum number of carbon atoms required for the exhibit which isomers? Chain isomerism. Clear? Come to the next one. Write the possible isomers of dichloro. Write the possible isomers of dichlorobutane. So here how can we write for the dichlorobutane? Dichlorobutane. For example, if you are taken dichlorobutane, as but means 4 carbons are there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I would like to mention here a chlorine, here a chlorine. And this one is 1 dichlorobutane, 1, 1 dichlorobutane. Whereas I would like to mention butane 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I would like to mention here chlorine, here a chlorine. This one is 2, 2 dichlorobutane. Whereas one more I would like to write 1, 2, 3, 4. Here a chlorine, here a chlorine. This one is 2, 3 dichlorobutane. 2, 3 dichlorobutane. Next one more 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I would like to mention 1, 2 dichlorobutane. 1, 2 dichlorobutane. Next one more 1, 2, 3, 4. Here a chlorine, here a chlorine. I would like to write 1, 4 dichlorobutane. Next one more I would like to mention 1, 2, 3, 4. Here a chlorine, here a chlorine 1, 3 dichlorobutane. Hence, for the dichlorobutane, there are 6 possible isomers are there. 6 possible position isomers are there for dichlorobutane. For dichlorobutane, there are 6 possible position isomers are there. So, for example, if you are taking trichloropropane, trichloropropane. So, for this trichloropropane, there are how many will be there? Let us check one by one. So, for example, here I would like to write propane. Yeah, this one I would like to mention 1, 1, 1 trichloropropane, 1, 1, 1 trichloropropane. Next, I would like to mention one more 1, 2, 3. Here, chlorine, chlorine, chlorine. 1, 1, 2 trichloropropane, 1, 1, 2 trichloropropane. propane. So coming to the next one, I'd like to mention it as 1,2,2 trichloropropane. 1, 2, 2 trichloropropane. 1, 2, 2 trichloropropane. Next one more I'd like to mention, yeah, here a chlorine, here a chlorine, here a chlorine. 113 trichloropropane. 113 trichloropropane. Next one more I would like to mention as 123 trichloropropane. 123 trichloropropane. Here based on this 1 2 3 4 5 there are 5 possible position isomers are there. 5 possible position isomers are there for trichloropropane. For which one? Trichloropropane. So coming to the next one, here the position isomer for tetrachlorocyclobutane. I'd like to take cyclobutane, tetrachlorocyclobutane. Tetrachlorocyclobutane. Yeah, I would like to mention the cyclobutane, the first cycle, this is cyclobutane. Now tetrachloro, here a chlorine, here a chlorine, here a chlorine, here. Yeah, this one can be represented as 1122 tetrachlorocyclobutane. Next one more I would like to write 1133 tetrachlorocyclobutane. 1133 tetrachlorocyclobutane. 1133 tetrachlorocyclobutane. Next I would like to mention one more 1123. 1 1 2 3. Here only one should be there. Let me erase. Oh shit. Let me, yeah, this one will become 1 1 1 2 3. 1 1 2 3. 1 1 2 3 tetrachlorocyclobutane. Next one more I would like to mention 1 2 3 4 tetrachlorocyclobutane. 1 2 3 4 tetrachlorocyclobutane. 1 2 3 4 tetrachlorocyclobutane. So all these are position isomer. All these are position isomer. For which one? Tetrachlorocyclobutane. Hope you understand. So next, coming to the next one, I would like to mention one more example, trichlorobenzene. So for this trichlorobenzene, there are 3 possible isomers are there. How many? 3 possible isomers are there. So what are those 3 possible isomers? Let us discuss one with let us discuss with the structures. So here this one is a benzene. So now I would like to mention 1 2 3 trichlorobenzene. 1 2 3 1 2 3 trichlorobenzene. 1 2 3 trichlorobenzene. Next one more example I would like to mention 1 2 4 trichlorobenzene. 1 2 4. 1 2 4 trichlorobenzene. Next coming to the next one, 1 3 5 trichlorobenzene. 1 3 3 means here 5. 1 3 5 trichlorobenzene. Clear? So these are the possible 3 isomers of trichlorobenzene. These are the possible 3 isomers for the trichlorobenzene. Hope you understand this one. So here coming to the next one, I'd like to ask you for the isomers of next one. Yeah, okay, before closing the slide, I'd like to ask you the, for example, I given a cyclic ether. For this, how many possible isomers are there? Only ethers the cyclic isomers for this one I want. Cyclic isomers for this one. So this one is known as oxytone. In the previous class we already discussed this one. So this is a recall from the previous class. Yeah, I would like to mention this one as like this. Methyl group is here. What is the name of this one? 1-methyl ethylene oxide. 1-methyl ethylene oxide. 1-methyl ethylene oxide. So coming to the next one. One more example I would like to write a cyclic. Yeah, here I would like to mention OH, and here only this one, cyclopropane 1-ol. Cyclopropane 1-ol. Clear? So these are the possible isomers of this one. Okay, I hope you understand this one. Thank you all of you. So before closing the video, I would like to request all of you, please like this video and don't forget to share to your friends, and don't forget to comment on the comment box, and please give a big thumbs up. Thank you.